What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the vlog. As you can see from the train journey and the underground, which was great fun, we are actually in London for the London Motor Show, which I've never been to before, and it should be pretty good. We're joined by Mr. Sturgeon. Mate, you got to get in the frame, mate. What are you walking away for? The main reason he's here, not only...
so loud.
I'm not that loud. Anyway, so the main reason we're here is because obviously the motor show, and I needed James with me to help me navigate because it was quite a way out of central London and I can't use the underground because I'm completely inept, really. James is taking me the scenic route for the hashtag content. So hopefully it'll be a pretty good video and there should be some really sweet rides there. So guys, we have made it to this Expo Centre. Now there are some sick cars here. Unfortunately, I cannot find the Centenario. I think that might have just been in their marketing material and I'm a bit annoyed about that. There's a model of the actual Bloodhound SSC, which is 135,000 horsepower behind me. Now that thing is really cool. Look at this, you can't tell the length of it in person, but I'm obviously going to get some really cool shots of that. That's going to be the world record land speed holder, I believe. It's going to get the crown back to Britain, and it is a total of... running over people. It is a total of 135,000 horsepower, which is just absolutely ridiculous. There's a few other really cool cars here as well. There's a couple of GTRs, which I'm sort of fanboying over at the moment, of course. Really cool F-Type, 666 brake horsepower tuned, nice matte black wrap on it, looks absolutely sick. There is a McLaren stand, which is really cool because there's all the other ones you've already seen before, but the exciting one is the doors are up on the 720S over here in, I think that's not McLaren orange. I'm not sure what orange code that is, but it's pretty sick. A few of you have heard of Rocket Bunny. Rocket Bunny do body kits, and there are currently 2 Rocket Bunny GTRs in England. This is one of them. How sick would that body kit be? I've been informed that it's £15,000, so of course it's a hell of a lot of money. I would love to have a Rocket Bunny kit on my GTR, but oh, look at it, absolutely ridiculous. The canards at the front are stupid, lots of carbon fibre. It's got a ridiculous stance on it with a lot of camber on the wheels, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't imagine how much road presence that'd have. And the arse of it, I think, is even more ridiculous. Another stand that's going to be impossible to get good content of is the Liberty Walk stand. It's absolutely slammed, of course, because of how cool all the stuff here is. They've got a Liberty Walk GTR at the back, but I think the real eye catcher has to be the Aventador. Lovely green colour. It's very similar to Verde Mantis, but it's more like a sort of like satin finish. Looks absolutely epic. And Liberty Walk is a dream body kit. That or Rocket Bunny are the 2 to go for, and I absolutely love that Aventador. Real dream car there. The only problem with expos is there's always so many people around, you can never get a good angle on the cars to get pictures and shots. But behind me, as you can see, we have a couple of hypercars. I definitely consider the Jaguar XJ220 back there somewhere as a hypercar, considering it had a top speed record for a few months, I believe, after it was produced back in the late 90s, or whenever it was, might have been early 90s for all I know. But behind me we also have a Veyron, of course, 16.4 litre W16, ridiculous car, and is really hard to get pictures of because of the amount of attention it draws, but pretty sick nonetheless. Another absolute showstopper here is the Koenigsegg Agera N. Of course, recently the Agera RS broke the land speed record with an official time of 277 miles an hour out in the Nevada desert, which is sick. And every time I see one of these, I can never get over the quality of the finish of the carbon fibre. Even the wheels themselves are carbon fibre, and I can never quite understand how they make it look so professional and so fine. It's just absolutely ridiculous, the quality of the finish on these things. And not to mention the amount of power they're pushing out of the V8s in these is absolutely astronomical. Like, I think the 1-to-1 is something like 1600 horsepower. Not sure what the Agera N is, but you can rest assured it's in excess of 1000 and would have a stupid top speed and his rear-wheel drive. So there are videos of these on track, and they're sort of like doing burnouts in 4th gear, going on straights on like immaculate tarmac. They're just absolutely ridiculous. You couldn't take it anywhere, you couldn't drive it anywhere because it'd just be so powerful. But I'd totally love to see one of these as my weekend car. If the lottery rolls in, of course. The whole Euro Millions. Another really cool car we have behind me shares a name with mine. It's a GTR, but it's the AMG GTR. Now, of course, this thing's sick. V8 bi-turbo. Apparently it's pushing just about 580 horsepower, which is ridiculous. Although I've been informed that they might be doing a GTR Black Series next year, which would be absolutely sick. This is called Green Hell Magno, this colour. I absolutely love it, and it's a £7,500 option. Hey, he's in the video, man. But no, it's absolutely sick. I'd love one of these, but of course, well over my budget of about 50 grand, which I bought the GTR with. But if I had 180 grand, it would definitely be on my considerations. Rear wheel drive, looks awesome, and I can't imagine how much presence this thing has on the road. So remember this beast from a few vlogs back. This is the new Lamborghini Urus, the first super SUV, super sports utility vehicle. It is, of course, a V8, absolutely ridiculous. It's the first V8 I think Lambo have ever done, but it sounds absolutely amazing. And the finish on it is absolutely next level, considering it's their first attempt at an SUV since the LM002, which was pretty rough around the edges to say the least. It is very refined and really, really cool. So another interesting booth is the Dub Customs booth, because there's a fair few famous cars here. This is Paul Wallace's C63. Of course, he's got it wrapped in that lovely Nardo brake colour. It looks absolutely sick. He's just had this tuned to over 600 brake horsepower, which is ridiculous in the C63. Of course, this was the model just before the S, but the body looks the same. Super modern, absolutely love it. But also, Archie Hamilton's Lamborghini Huracan's there with the wing on the back. Also a sort of, not a satin grey like Paul's, but like a shimmering sort of a chrome grey colour. Looks absolutely awesome. And that's also got an aftermarket exhaust on, which is why it sounds so ridiculous in the videos, and they're just sick. One of my dream cars is a Huracan, but I'd love a Huracan Puffmanti and buy the pass fares, I always say, if the lottery rolls in. But when they're about 280 grand at the moment, they are completely unaffordable. So another super exciting car we've got here is the Dodge Demon. Now, these are sick because they come with, there's loads of really cool facts about those on the internet, I'm sure you've seen. But basically in the race tune running race gas, which you can do stock with an ECU tune that comes with the car. These are $80,002 if you spec it fully with the extra seat and with the Demon Crate. The Demon Crate contains drag radials as well as an ECU remap to boost it from just over 800 to 840 horsepower. And this has been clocked on drag times doing 0 to 60 stock at 2.3 seconds. And it's just completely ridiculous because it doesn't have a roll cage stock, and the power of it dictates that on most legal drag strips you need to have a roll cage in it. So it's kind of just ridiculous and stupid for the sake of stupid, but the fact that it comes with all that cool stuff is absolutely mad. And I believe you can get them imported over here for about £70,000, so definitely a consideration of a car I'd like to own in the future. But let's just appreciate 840 horsepower stock from Dodge. In order to produce that 840 horsepower statistic, this has got a 6.2 litre supercharged Hemi, which is ridiculous. I mean, look at the size of the block on that. The way you can tell the difference between the Demons and the Hellcats is the Demons have a much larger hood vent and look a little bit more aggressive in general, as well as having Demon logos plastered all over it. But that Hemi is just absolutely ridiculous. So of course this year, or actually late last year, TVR announced that they'd be making another car and making a comeback. I think it's really good. But does it warrant a price tag of £80,000? I'm not too sure, but if you're a TVR fan, I'm sure there'll be loads of people out there buying them. Well, I think they've actually already sort of sold all the ones they decided they were going to make, so good luck buying one. But it is pretty cool that TVR have made a comeback, and I'm glad to see a bit more competition coming out of the car industry. The kid in me still really wants a lowrider. How cool is this Buick? It's obviously got air suspension and bounces up and down on hydraulic. Now, I don't know this guy's name, but that guy there is in loads of those TV shows where they surprise people with their car once they fix them up. So, assuming that's probably what's happening today, but it's a pretty cool car nonetheless. The car at the Liberty Walk stand that's also drew my attention is of course the GTR, mainly because I have one and I'd love to fit the kit onto mine because it just looks so ridiculously aggressive. But I've been informed including fitting, this latest Liberty Walk kit costs £28,000. 28 grand for a body kit. It looked like there was way more stuff going on the Saturday, And even though the main picture for the event was a picture of a Centenario, there was no Centenario to be found anywhere, which is a bit depressing because I really, really want to see one of them, and I still haven't seen one. In addition to that, no Chiron. Veyron, I mean, you can't really complain with the Veyron, but it's not Chiron. Look, here's the promo for it. You ready? You ready? Centenario. Where's the Centenario XL London? You lied to me. Well, that's it. I'm absolutely knackered. How are you, James? That's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please remember to smash the subscribe button and the like button and the notification bell, and just click everything on the page. Really, that'd be great. And links to all my social media are down in the description below. I'll see you guys very soon with more awesome content. But in the meantime, I've got to get a cruddy train home and get back and hit the gym. So I'll see you guys very soon with more awesome car content. Oh, take it easy.